forward to seeing Chicago from a little different perspective.
We made it to
Shikasha. Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago!
Chicago, and we are so excited to be here. This is Clint's first time.
Yep.
He's never been here. I came here one time with my mom. We did a lot of shopping and touristy things, but we have a big weekend planned, lots of fun things, lots of good food, and we are so excited.
Yep, so we got a big day tomorrow, so I think we're probably just gonna go to bed.
You guys didn't really think we were going to bed.
Yeah, we're gonna do what everybody does their first night in Chicago.
We get Tiki greens.
Well, that was unexpected.
So we came to 3 Dots and a Dash. It's a little tiki bar, speakeasy here in Chicago, and it has one of the best Mai Tais in the world.
On a whim, we decided to come down to 3 Dots and a Dash because it's literally right across the street from our hotel, and it's a really awesome speakeasy. It's tiki themed, which I'm all about. I love that. So we decided to check it out, and we got here and we realized that we probably needed a reservation. I wish I had known. But that's okay. The good thing is they still allow standing room around the bar, and bar seating is first come, first serve. And it was awesome. It was so fun to try. Like, I had the painkiller and he got just the 3 Dots and the Dash, which both were amazing. But I highly recommend going, trying a drink. Like, even if you can just stand in there, it's still a lot of fun and just awesome atmosphere.
So the 3 Dots and a Dash, it is actually Morse code for V, and that V is for victory, and it was a win tonight deciding to come over to 3 Dots and a Dash. Victory!
It's our first full day in Chicago. It's a beautiful morning. We can't wait to get out and explore, but first, coffee.
Coffee shop that we're in is Hero Coffee Shop. We did try to stop by their iconic alleyway location, and because of being short-staffed, that location was closed, but just a little 6-minute walk down the road is their other location, and that's where we are now. I got a large latte because I need a large amount of caffeine this morning. Got that with almond milk. I'm excited to try that, and I cannot wait for this food to come out.
And I got an iced chai tea latte with almond milk, and I cannot wait to try this. Oh, that is so good. And I'm so excited for my sandwich. I'm starving, and it looks so good. There are people around us have them, and oh, they look so good.
I'll have what she's having.
I got the Reservoir Hog, which comes with bacon, fried egg, sausage, sliced cheddar cheese, and then that is sriracha cream cheese, which I've never heard of, never had. And I got it on a cheddar herb bagel. I'm pretty excited, pretty hungry. Here we go. That's sriracha cream cheese. I love adding hot sauce of any kind to my breakfast sandwich or eggs. Cream cheese. It's a great idea. I don't know who came up with that, but I'm glad it's on my breakfast sandwich.
I got the usual suspect, which is bacon, egg, cheese, and then cream cheese. And then I just got it on a whole wheat bagel, so it looks really good. The first thing I noticed is how soft the bagel is. Like, it's so soft. It's really good. Highly recommend.
We just left Hero Coffee Shop.
Man, did it deliver, because those bagels.
Oh, I don't know how they get the bagels to
Be
get
so
like
soft.
that, but they were perfect. That coffee shop is awesome. They have games,
TVs.
board games, TVs.
Yeah.
It's decorated beautifully. It's a perfect little coffee shop. If you're in Chicago and you're near a Hero Coffee Shop, do yourself a favor. Pay them a visit. You will not be disappointed. And now that we are properly caffeinated, we have our bellies full, we now have the fuel we need to go explore Chicago.
Today we decided that we're going to explore everything south of the Chicago River. And after leaving Hero Coffee Shop, if you take Ida B. Wells Drive and head straight east, you'll end up right at Grant Park and this beautiful Buckingham Fountain.
Clarence Buckingham Memorial Fountain
That's quite a mouthful.
is one of the largest in the world. It operates, or it runs between 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily, and that's typically from
May to October.
Yeah, May to October. Now it cannot run depending on weather, but for 20 minutes of every hour they do a major display where the center jet shoots water up to 150 feet in the air. And the major displays typically start around 9 a.m. And at night, they have a spectacular light and music display that accompanies the major display. Of course, you can't come to Chicago without visiting Millennium Park and Cloud Gate, aka The Bean. It is one of the most iconic sites here in Chicago. It was unveiled in 2004. It's inspired by liquid mercury, but it's actually made of stainless steel. And it encourages you to kind of walk around, take in all the views around it, underneath it. I encourage you to touch it. It was actually, it was meant to be interactive in that way. So lots of cool views of the city skyline, the green space around it.
Just a cool area in general.
Yeah, Yeah, it's there's a reason why there's so many people around here. Is because it is really cool.
Cool beans.
Okay, now that we've explored some of Grant Park and Millennium Park, we're now going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go from land to sea and do a architectural
boat tour on the Chicago River.
And I believe the company is called
First
Lady. So looking forward to this, and looking forward to seeing Chicago from a little different perspective.
We just got off the architecture boat tour, which is about 90 minutes. It's $50 a person. And the best thing is it's very flexible. They have a ton of times. You can buy the tickets day of, hour of. It's really not a problem at all. But I had actually done this when I came to Chicago with my mom back in high school, and I remember it being like a fun way to see the city and just like really cool architecture buildings. And so we did that, and it's about, I can't remember if I said it was 90 minutes or not, but it's 90 minutes. And one of my favorite things was, well, first of all, I didn't know that the Chicago River Walk was actually relatively new. It was in 2016, which I just think that's so cool, and just a really cool addition to.
It was cool how it's. I can't imagine Chicago without that, but I could imagine how it transformed the Riverwalk area.
Right. And so yeah, so I mean the infamous, what people around here call it, the corn on the cob, or the corn cob buildings, are always a staple, one of my favorites. But one of my other favorites is actually something you can kind of see behind us. It's the Regis buildings, and there's actually 3 of them, and they kind of stare, I guess, I don't know how to explain it, but there's one that's small, and then medium, and then large, and it's just got this wavy design. And the guy described it on our tour as kind of like pyramids without the tops. I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. And I mean, there's a ton of awesome buildings, but that one really stuck out.
And the tour, every boat comes with a full bar and soda, water, anything you might want. Yeah, was not expecting that. And honestly, I was kind of, I had heard that the tour was great and a lot of fun, but I don't know anything about architecture, and I barely know anything about Chicago. But it was really interesting, a lot of fun. All the tour guides are volunteers, so they don't get paid, and they don't accept tips. They just ask you to go on social media and leave them a good review.
I feel like they just do this because they just love Chicago and love the architecture.
Our guide was a retired English teacher.
Yeah.
Jim, and he was amazing.
Yes.
He had so many great stories for every building we came to. The highlight of it came at the end of the tour when he talked about the Amico building, which the architect had designed it out of marble. He said he wanted to use the same marble that Michelangelo used. And he said that they come to find out that Chicago in January is a lot different than Tuscany. And
in January, yeah.
The marble started having a lot of issues with the marble, and they had to take out a lot of the marble and use reinforced concrete. And a lot of the concrete for the building came from Mount Erie, North Carolina, which is one of my bucket list places to go. And you might be thinking, why in the world would you want to go there? And what is in Mount Airy? And I will tell you, Mount Airy was the inspiration behind Mayberry in the Andy Griffith Show.
Which is one of his favorite shows.
He's curious. He's a troublemaker's what he is. He's a nut.
So I found that fascinating, that I was not expecting anything close to an Andy Griffith connection in Chicago, but here we are. So now I think we're gonna stop by our hotel, which is right next to us, and then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of the day.
I say this calls for action, and now, nip it in the bud.